the Iron Trader. It is Sunday night. Now, the futures open here at 6 o'clock. That was about 20 minutes ago. So we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock market ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here you have crude oil, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, before we get started, everything should be normal. You should have a 5-day work week this week. Friday will be a little bit slow because we're going to go into the Christmas holiday here on Monday, so the volume should be down. However, your API report will be out on Tuesday at 4:30. Your EIA report will be out on Wednesday for crude at 10:30, and your EIA report for natural gas will be on Thursday at 10:30, and then your rig count at 1 p.m. All right, let's take a look here at the old daily chart. What do we have here? Now, you can see how the futures opened here, and we're sitting right there, okay? But it's early yet, nothing to write home about. Now, if you look at this 8 SMA here, okay, you can see how it's been holding it down all the way down. Now look what we have, okay? Now your price now is back above that 8 SMA. Very, very good. Now, if you've been watching the videos here, I said you always want to buy this the first week of December, and then you want to run it up to the first week of January, okay? So the first week of December to the first week of January, and then you want to sell it because it'll go flatline, okay, until probably about the end of February, and then February you want to go long all the way through summer driving, and then all the way through hurricane season, okay? So right now here, we got a really nice looking here chart, okay? So when you look at this 8 SMA, you can see how it's curling up. That is going to be very, very key support. Now you can see on Friday, it went up here, made a little higher high, came right down, but it held the support and then finished higher. Now again, this might do the same thing, might come down. So if this 8 SMA, the price comes down to there, to that 70.89 level, and it holds that, there's your buying opportunity here to take a long, okay? So again, you want to watch that key 8 SMA here. Now, again, if that 8 SMA, let's look at the downside, is lost at 70.89, then what you want to do is you want to look at the bottom of Friday's candle, okay? So that's 70.64. And then what we do is we come over to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 69.54. And then we just keep on going all the way on down here, okay? So we come to this candle here. You're looking at 69.11. We have 68.80. This candle here, you got 68.22. And then we have your big retest down here at 67.71. That is going to be the retest here again. If this key 70.89 is lost and you close below it. If you close, not intraday, but if you close below it, you could work yourself all these candles, and there's your retest at 67.71. Now, if that is lost, then we come to this candle right here, okay? This is key. I've been pointing this out here for months. This is 67.05. Very, very crucial. If that's lost, then we come to this candle right here. You're looking at 65.38. We have 64.36, and then your big retest here is 63.64. Now, on the downside here, you notice you have your 8 SMA here at 70.89, okay? Even if this comes down but holds this key 200-day, 70.57, that's still very, very bullish, okay? Now, look at this handle here. Now, this is a weekly chart. Came all the way down below, but you notice that it closed back up. Look at last week's candle, all the way down here, made a lower low, but closed above that key 200 SMA. So now we got to see here if this thing can rally here, or is it going to lose that key level right there and then try to retest this 67.71 here. Now, you can see how this 8 SMA here, see how that's coming all the way down, pushing that price right on down here. So the upside, there's two very, very key levels here to watch, okay? First one is going to be this 73.55, your 21-day. Very, very crucial level, okay? Now, if it goes into it and it comes back down, you need to close above, okay? It's going to be that level, and it's going to be this 74.96. Very, very crucial. Okay, now again, if you can rally up here and you can close above that 21-day here, then we just keep on looking at these candles here. You got 75.03 here. You got 76.76 here. And then we come here to this 200 SMA here. And that is very, very crucial. Let me see if I can get it up there. Yeah. See that 200 SMA, 77.79. Very, very crucial. Okay. So that lines up actually very, very nice here with the 77.90 here on your 50-day. That would be next here. And then you have 78.71. And then we have your old price channel up there sitting at 79.60. Okay, so there's a lot of resistance here. But for Monday, here's what you want to watch. On the upside, there's key 21 SMA. Okay, this key 8 SMA, 74.95. And then we come over here to your key level 200-day at 77.79. But you want to watch the 21-day here, and this 8 SMA is going to be very, very critical because you can see how the price is right below. On the downside, this 8 SMA here, very, very critical, and this 200-day, 70.57 on a closing basis. Now, it can come down intraday, but on a closing basis, you need to close above these two key levels. Okay, now look at your MACD here. Well, that's bullish. See how your green is above your red here now? Looking very, very good. Your RSI, plenty of room to run up. No question about it. Now your MACD on your weekly, it's still bearish. Your green is coming down. It needs to curl back up here. If it does here, then we have the same thing where your green goes above your red, and then see, look what happens. Okay, so we got to just keep watching that here, and always watch these if there's any kind of gives you any kind of advantage. Now, last week I pointed out here, see this RSI here? Okay, this is key. So when you look at this RSI here, let me bigger up a little bit here. You had a low, and then you had a really low. You had an even lower low up here, and then you had a higher low. Positive, okay, divergence. Positive divergence. That's what you want to look for when you look at these charts here, okay? When you see something like this, oh, this is falling off the cliff. Well, not really. Look at that RSI. When you're making a higher low here, this has big, big possibilities to go up. So always when you're looking at trading charts here, just look for any kind of advantage it can give you, because that is the key. Another example is right here. See, you had a high here, okay? You had a high there, but you had an even higher high here, but you had a lower high there. See this? Negative divergence. Positive divergence, okay? So always watch that, okay? Double bottoms, double tops, breakouts. And the key here is these SMAs. Very, very crucial. So just a quick reminder, watch that 21 and watch this 8 SMA. If you can get above that, then this 200-day is your target, okay? Watch this key right here. This 8 SMA here, this 200-day. A close above, below that, right there, 67.71 is your target. Now, don't be afraid to go long. I trade the UCO, it's an ETF for the long and SEO for the short. Don't be afraid to trade these here. I scalp these all day long here and put the money in your pocket. All right, let's take a look here at the old natty gas. Okay, here we have natural gas, okay? Your 1 hour and your 4 hour chart. Now, you can see how it's just making a series of lower highs and lower lows. Okay, that's never good. But now you came all the way down here to this 2.23. Okay, your support level was 2.20, and then 2.17, then 2.14, 2.03, and then your retest at 1.94. But it came down here, held at 2.0, and now you're trying to rally up here. So when you look at this here, okay, now you're above this key 50 SMA here. Now that 2.46 is going to become support here. Now what we need to do here, and this gap here, basically, okay, we had a high rate here of 2.54, and then the low rate here is sitting at 2.54. That's where she went right in, okay? That's why you trade the charts, okay? So you look at this first thing, this bottom of the top of this gap, and then you look at that fill. That's where she comes. Now what this needs to do is rally up here, okay, and get back above this 2.54 level right there, and then rally, hit that 2.63. Now, your 8-day is looking very good. It's finally curling up. It's above your 21-day, headed towards that 50-day. So this is very, very bullish here for a nice long trade, okay? So now what you want to do is you want to watch on the downside. Watch that 2.48. Watch this 8 SMA here, sitting at 2.49. Those are going to be key support. If that's lost, you come down to the 2.44 and even 2.40 and even the retest here of this price channel here. But right now here, this is a nice, good, bullish uptrend here. Once we cleared and held this bottom and just started moving up here and get them SMAs curling right back up. Let's take a look here on a daily and a weekly. Okay, here we have your daily and here you have your weekly chart. Now, you can see this 8 SMA here, see? Just holding the price right on down, okay? So Now, we've had a nice good run here off the bottom. Now, there was no divergence here, nothing here to tell you anything, okay? But when you look at this chart here, you see the high here on this RSI, and then we have a high here. But you had an even higher here, and what do we have here? A lower high. See this? Negative divergence tells you you got to sell this here. Now, there's really no divergence here. We just had a nice V bottom here, come right on up here, okay? Now, you look at your MACD, your green is trying to cross your red here, and your RSI here, plenty of room to run. So let's just take a look here, first of all, at the downside. Here's the key is going to be this 8 SMA here, 2.446. Very, very crucial, okay? So if that is lost here, then we look to the top of this candle here, okay? So you're looking at 2.42. Then we look to the bottom of this candle, 2.38. Then we come over here, you're looking right here, well, 2.38 lines up very nicely. And then we look here, 2.32, and then we just follow this down here, okay? 2.29, 2.27, and then you retest here at 2.35. So if this 8 SMA is lost, okay, your big target is right here at 2.32. Now, we look to the top of this candle here. This is 2.54. This is that gap, like I was pointed out, and there's the fill, okay? So now your fill was basically 2.538, say 2.4. That's where your resistance was, okay? So your first resistance, it was holding here, then it jumped up, and it filled that gap now. So that's filled, okay? So what we want to do on the upside is you want to watch the top of this candle right here. That's at 2.544. If you can get above, then we come over here to this 200 SMA here. Let me see if I can punch that up here. Yeah, this 200 SMA here at 2.619. Very, very key level here. And you can see here on these candles here where it went right into it and it couldn't do anything. So on the upside here, watch this 2.54 and then watch this 200 SMA here, 2.61. If you can get above, then you look at this 50-day at 2.645, and then we come to this 21-day sitting at 2.66. So that is going to be your upside resistance. Very easy. Look at your 200-day, look at your 50-day and your weekly, and then look at your 21-day. Now, again, if you can break above that, well, then we have a lot of targets here. 2.84, 2.98 here. You got all this kind of stuff here going all the way up here. But there's no sense getting that far off in advance. This is going to be huge, huge resistance here. This 200-day, this 50-day, and that 21-day. Because you can see here, now the 8-day is trying to curl around here, but we don't know that yet. But this is in a waterfall. You can see your 50 days rolling over here. This is still a very bearish chart here. So you have to remember that, okay? So just again, a quick review here, okay? On the downside, watch this key 50 SMA. If that is lost here, you follow the candles down, your retest is 223. On the upside, you watch your 200-day, your 50-day, and your 21-day. That is your upside risk. Now, again, don't be afraid to scalp this. UNG, ETF, BOIL, ETF for the longs, okay? KOLD for the short. These are ETFs. These are not buy and hold. These are, you scalp these. These are vehicles to make money. That's all they are, okay? All right. There's your crude and there's your natty gas. I'll have more for you before 8 o'clock tomorrow. Thanks for watching.